All
Yikes.
right, World of Warcraft expansion tier list. Oof, this is gonna be a hard one.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with the OG. You know what? Let's go in order of not the list, but in order of like release. So we'll start off with classic, bare bone, classic. Where does classic fit?
Do you want my serious answer or my meme answer? Because it's gonna be hard if we're going to go through the slow to make it a full meme answer. TBH. So I feel like maybe I should be a little more serious.
Hey, it's up to you. Like, you know.
I'll be a little more serious on this
All
one.
right.
I know I was gonna meme it, but
I got
other things to meme. I've got Street Fighter coming up. I can see your tab on the little preview.
Oh no, Street
Spoiler.
Fighter. Street Fighter is gonna be a fight.
Street Fighter is gonna be memes all the way. I will say I don't know all the cat, but that's for later. For now, I will answer this one genuinely.
Okay.
And
classic.
I would put classic World of Warcraft at an A tier.
That's fair.
It did a lot of things right. It set a trend for the MMO genre as a whole. You know, it broke a lot of like grounds in terms of that. However, it was lacking in a certain polish that really elevated it above the rest, in my opinion. And that is why I would put it at an A tier.
Okay. Next up, what a lot of people consider their favorite expansion, and when most people came in, including myself, the Burning Crusade, TBC.
Burning Crusade. So for me, the Burning Crusade is everything that classic World of Warcraft is, with all the aforementioned lack of polish fixed, making it an easy S tier.
Yeah. Because I think I started the game at the perfect time. I started just before Black Temple released. So I came in.
That is a good time.
Yeah. I slid in like, you know, Kara was going, Gruul, Mag, TK, SSC. Okay, question. Did Black Temple and Hyjal come out in the same patch, or was it like...
I believe Hyjal was after Black Temple, if I remember correctly. It's been a hot minutes. I would say
no, because remember you had to attune to Black Temple by going through a Hyjal. Because it was like SSC, TK, because it was like Kara, Gruul, Mag, SSC, TK, Hyjal, Black Temple, Sunwell, and Zulaman as like a kind of a 10-man offshoot.
Yeah, that makes. Oops, sorry. That makes sense to me. Yeah.
All
It's been a long time since I've played through this, obviously.
Same. I just, for some reason, I remember like BC's raids like so well. Just because it was my most time played. Period.
Oh, me too.
Okay.
I just did like the order of progression is what I'm a little rusty on. So this one is gonna be controversial for me.
This is the big one. The Wrath
because
I
did not like Wrath. I was not a fan of Wrath. I liked it for certain things.
Yep.
But I felt like it was a step down from the Burning Crusade. So while it is still a very good expansion, I also believe that it falls short of what the Burning Crusade delivered. And I would only put it in A tier. Which is still very good, all things considered. But it's not quite what the Burning Crusade did.
No, like Wrath of the Lich King did a lot right. Like
it did.
It did a lot right. Some amazing raids, but here's the thing: it also introduced something that I feel, this sounds really weird, but started the downward slope. The group finder. Honestly.
So normally I would agree with you on that, and I would have agreed with you on that like 5 years ago. However, I have since started playing Final Fantasy XIV, and I can say that Group Finder is not a problem.
Okay.
Group Finder is not what caused the downfall, and I'm not sure what did.
Honestly, I think it was, one of the big ones was, this sounds weird, but lack of tiered content. Like,
I feel the biggest thing for me personally was the lack of difficulty across the board.
Yep.
I felt like everything was just a little bit easier to do.
everything felt dialed back.
Yes, and I felt kind of unchallenged, I suppose.
No, that's completely legit. That's complete. So yeah, I'm with you. A tier.
Yes.
Because Wrath of the King was the only time I actually stayed current with rating content. And just some of them felt so slapdash. Like, I'll be honest, Trial of the Crusader. That and the Ruby Sanctum, that felt rushed. Like, that felt like just a give them some content kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. A big turning point here. World of Warcraft Cataclysm.
So it has a lot of flack. It gets a lot of flack.
Oh, yeah.
And I understand the reasons. However, it also did some really cool things for the game. For setting up a lot of later story points.
It literally changed the game world.
It
permanently
literally changed the game world. I still would not rate it highly. But I think a C for Cataclysm is fair.
Yep. I can see that.
It did bring a lot of good stuff to the table, but it also brought a lot of bad stuff to the table.
Well,
So it's not an awful expansion, but it was lacking it.
Like, you know, there is a clear depth between Lich King and Kata. Like,
Yes,
clear.
there's-
All right, now here's the thing. I don't remember what the next expansion after Cataclysm was.
Pandaria, right? Pandaria, Draenor, Legion, Battle of
BFA.
Azeroth.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
Pandaria is underrated as hell. It got memed on a lot because haha pandas, am I right?
Yeah.
However, once you get actually into the meat of the expansion, you get into the specific systems that are offered, you get into the dungeons and raids, you start to realize, hold on, they made a really cool world here. And I understand that people that may not necessarily have played a lot of it because of the memes would not agree with this, but I would put it in A tier. I would put it alongside Classic and Wrath of the Lich King.
No, actually, I can agree with that for a simple reason. It introduced what quickly became an incredibly diverse class. Like, okay, Wrath.
That as well. Monk was really nice.
Good. Yeah, like, okay, Wrath introduced the Death Knight. But Death Knight was, this sounds bad, but like one note. That's it. Like, Monk could do like everything, but it did it in its own unique way that did make it feel different from the other DPS or, you know.
That is true. Monk has always been one of my favorite classes, especially the Mistweaver.
Mistweaver is the healer, right?
That's the healer, yes.
Which one's Uber Punch? Which one's Punch Monk? Windwalker, and then Brewmaster as the tank. Yeah. Okay. In my defense, I've never played a monk, but I've had them in my groups a lot, and like, no, they're super like versatile, and they
are.
They can also survive fucking everything because of that goddamn roll.
Yes, we'll get to a survivalist soon.
Okay.
But first,
Warlords of Draenor.
No, just no. Can we add an F tier?
No.
This is the expansion that signaled the downfall of the whole franchise.
Yeah. We were seeing it in Kata and Mist, but Draenor just...
They completely dropped the ball in every aspect possible. I remember playing the game, and I kept seeing players pop in and out because of the phasing. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess. All you did was sit in your garrison, not interacting with anyone at all. It was not a good expansion. It brought nothing good to the table.
Yeah, and also for point blank, Siege of Orgrimmar was the only current raid content for over a fucking year.
There is that too.
That's fucking atrocious.
Wasn't there some kind of bug going on because the numbers got too large? There was some overflow thing going on with the garage.
Yeah, you literally couldn't kill him.
Yeah,
because he would bug out.
Yeah, I was not an active raider.
I remember, neither was I, but I remember that controversy.
Me too. Yeah. Like, I literally could not bring myself to care enough about the game to even attempt a raid or like a higher end dungeon at that time.
Honestly, I was thinking about this. I might get back into Final Fantasy 14.
Do it. I just gotten back into it.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Like, I'm thinking just because Endwalker is in what, 10 days away?
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, World of Warcraft Legion. Speaking of unbelievable survivability, and how the fuck did you live through that?
So, here's more controversy, especially after what I just said, right? Warlord of Draenor signaled the start of the downfall of the franchise. Legion is where I was like, holy shit, this is really good, and gave me a lot of hope for the franchise. And I would actually put it on S tier.
It felt like they were pulling the nose up after.
It felt like they were really learning some lessons. They delivered a beautiful world. They delivered a beautiful story. They introduced the Demon Hunter, which is even though WoW is not a game I have any interest in playing anymore, due to various reasons that I would not get into here. Yeah. But if I do play, a Vengeance Demon Hunter is the only thing I will play. There's nothing that comes close to how good that feels as a class.
Yeah, as someone who never played a Demon Hunter, like spoiler, I was a warrior main since Burning Crusade. But yeah, like, I didn't play a ton during Legion. What I did play was like, oh, this feels good. This feels, and okay, I'm noticing a pattern for the expansions. The ones that were focused on Illidan are fucking S tier because he was a really good villain. He was a really good character. Because
that is
like
true.
Villain, hero, literally, yeah. And oof,
this might be my most controversial one.
Where do you put BFA?
B. This one fills the B gap because it launched, and it was really fucking terrible. There's no denying that. However, as time went on, they added more stuff. They added Najatar. They added Mechagon. It became a good game.
It felt like they expanded on it. Like,
it felt like they fixed a lot of the things that were lacking. They sort of kind of listened to community feedback, not properly the way they should have, but you know, it was okay. It was acceptable.
Yeah.